Okay, people. Had a friggin' huge rush of thoughts run through my head, and especially when stuff like this comes up. And this is another tale, as you can see down here. If they calling the Mothman, I don't think so. Starting to get a lot of stuff interacting with things. Just like I said, there's a lot of things that just rushed into my mind right now about this. And to get it all into place and together, oh man. As you can see, the story here goes that this bridge up here is in North Virginia. I believe it's Ohio, North or South Virginia, something. I got the other, screenshots of it up in here. And this had came up from North Virginia, only in your state. Great articles come up in this also, just like other things that I got into and, giving my email to, due to these, and these only in your state things come up with a lot of damn good things. So this one, though, just gave me a revelation of a thing to think of about what if. 1973 Cadillac. I wish I could buy that sucker. Anyways, what if this happened? And it's just all coming together. Of course, in November of 1966, a car full of young people encountered a terrifying creature that they'd never seen before. In the following months, the monster soon became known as the Mothman. Was spotted scaring unexpected victims again and again. This giant winged creature with red glowing eyes was witnessed as over 100 people, but sightings suddenly stopped when the Silver Bridge collapsed, killing 46 people. To this day, people remain unsure exactly what the creature was, but one thing is for certain: the legend of the Mothman phenomenon will remain a great fascination to anyone interested in the strange, unexplained. Alrighty. Now, of course, you have a big, huge river here, which caught my attention. So, of course, I had to literally look up the bridge, find out where it was. And what are you doing, Bryce? Get upstairs. And of course, going over this, every time I do something, I get distracted. Something gotta be distracting me. But anyways, of course, I had to find out the location of the bridge. Of course, this is the second part of this story. Couple other things I gotta look up, but they say that in the World War II TNT plant, two couples claimed a massive humanoid with 10-foot wingspan and a large glowing eyes appeared in the sky, chased their car down. These are all sightings. I don't know. It don't, of course, go figure. Don't say, goddamn it, grave diggers. Oh, this one says it. Clandine, West Virginia, reported a large winger humanoid that flew from nearby tree, glided over their heads, but it would be 3 days later on November 15th that the beastie would begin to make a name for itself. While out driving near an abandoned World War II TNT plant, two couples claimed, and yeah, I'm about to wonder if this thing in this area, of course, I gotta look at all these locations near this bridge. And mind you, if all these places are near these bridges, there's a good thing that my thoughts and theories are right about what I've been saying all along about these mystical creatures. Right here. Let me see something. History of West Virginia, of course. Now, as you can see, I got the river here. I looked into West Virginia for the placement of this place. This is the, damn it, what river is this? Ohio, wait a minute. Ohio River. That's right. And when you go up on the page here and look at this bridge and you go on to Wikipedia, you will see the Ohio River, West Virginia, Ohio. And, of course, unlike anybody not thinking or trying to figure out something or even going to look into dig into history, once again, these are my thoughts and theories, but I'll tell you something right now. This right here is starting to make me believe that these creatures, even the Mothman, to me, has been created by Native Americans. Not only the Skinwalker, Bigfoot, Pukwudgie, all these mythological creatures that were made. Why? Mind you, because literally the Ohio River were aborgated, and unilaterally, and most Native people were murdered or moved out of the region. It is important to remember that the indigenous people, I think it was with an Indian tribe, that entered into these treaties to ensure the survival of future generations and protect the earth today. The treaties can still accomplish those goals. Bullshit. Everything that was written in a treaty was literally legally taken away. Land from the Indians and so forth. This right here is a documented thing of Ohio River and how their treaties were taken to the next level to murder, as you can see, and moved out of the region. So that means to me, and all this Mothman, even the Bat Squatch near Mount St. Helen and the Indian tribes that lived along the lines of Mount St. Helen, and that thing popping out of the mountain, whether or not the mountain blew up and something emerged out of it. But you know what? The way Indians were treated back in the day, and this is why I believe I'm here, is to give a little history lesson on why these things exist. That's right. Not only have I found out things like this, but also with my Wachusett Valley Triangle, which is in the yeah, damn it, I can't say that fucking word. Which in the region of Burbank Hospital. They're out there too. Someone had witnessed a bat-like creature with giant wings. So, where am I going with all this? And what do I think of what are the Mothman and all these things are, and how they exist together, and what they and what it all means, and my thoughts and theories. Oh, this fucking kidding. Why I think these Indians had made these creatures. Now, if you go looking into the movie The Doors by Oliver Stone, great portrayal of Mr. Jim Morrison by Val Kilmer, great portrayal by all the other people who played the band members, even Matt Dillon's brother Kevin Dillon awesome portrayal of John Densmore. That movie, if you ever go to watch it, I recommend you watch it to get a little life and history of Mr. Jim Morrison himself. Now in this movie, and this just revelated through my head today, and because of this, and because of the Indian tribes that lived throughout this river, there is a Indian tribe that I cover on a newspaper article my father gave me, the Icarius Indians, which stood 10 feet tall. And this tribe was mainly in New York. And they also were a tribe, if I have looked this all up too, I might have taken some screenshots of it. European invasion, West Virginia developed immunities. This is what happened also to tuberculosis, to the Indian tribes of smallpox. Native Indians of West Virginia had not developed immunities. So not only did they get their land taken from them, they got all this crap thrown on them too. You know, diseases. Also goes on here, Native American groups, written, where is it? Here, Iroquois, Indians, wars. Now, like I said, these people had a span of 10 feet tall. That's why I am thinking that these people with these 10 feet tall creatures that we speak of, skinwalkers, and these are mostly Indian tribes towards the west. I mean, Mohawks were even involved with this tribe at one time. And, I mean, like I said, why am I going this way? Because what does Jim Morrison's movie have to do with it? Because he had a Indian experience and supposedly claimed that an Indian spirit went into his body because of the fact that it was a bad crash while he was traveling with his family in New Mexico or whatever out there way in a car of Navajos. A truckload of Navajos got in an accident and, killed an Indian from their tribe through the accident. And when he went to the University of UCLA and studied movie, he was trying to be a filmmaker. In that movie, and dawned on me to thinking about the ancient Indian birds. The thunderbird is the New England's in the Bridgewater Triangle. The thunderbird around here has this 10-foot up to 11-foot, 12-foot wingspan. And back in the day, Indians used to dress up, whether it be in these crazy looking outfits of witch doctors, but also they used to dress up as their sacred birds. That's right. And why the thunderbird isn't the biggest bird, the American traditional bird, and the bald eagle is beyond me, because it's twice the size of an eagle. But I'm sure everybody has their thoughts and theories on that. But with all these birds being said, you know where I'm going. I hope you know where I'm going with this, but if you don't know, well, here you go. Why these creatures of Mothman and the Bat Squatch were continuously sought out and seen, I believe, because they are two mythological creatures like the skinwalker that keep you off the sacred land. And when they built that bridge over the Ohio River and sightings of this bird man came about, Mothman, there you go. Problem and the question solved. Sacred land. Indians lived along these rivers. They got them taken away. And by 1966, you can just imagine what they were doing and preparing themselves to get these people to give their land back. Stay off it. Get off this goddamn... It's all common sense. To me, this is where I'm going with this. This is my thoughts, my theories. This is not in a history book. This is stuff that's randomly coming through my head. And when Indians used to dress up as birds and do their dances, mind you, whether it be a war dance, whether it be a peace dance, whether it be a dance of celebration, they would always have to bring something in sacred to them to make it more authentic. Well, and that's what they used to do. As you can see, the chief right here, feathers sticking off the headdress of the chief's skull shirt that I wear. Yes, feathers of their sacred bird. So I'm thinking that this Mothman is just like every other creature that's built, made to get people off of their sacred land. And like I said, something big's going down. And the other night, seeing that huge black shadow run across that door the other night, and that big white orb that I seen, it had to have been an orb. I'm going with an orb. I goddamn might have saw fucking another piece of a skinwalker, let alone a big creature of the night. And then at that, like I said, if you read in the history of my videos and the books that I have read, and I've taken the books out of history of orbs, big white orbs being skinwalkers, and on the Skinwalker Ranch, I think they're forming out here, the two balls of light I seen flying in the sky. I'm believing that's what it was. And I seen that goddamn dark shadow, and I walked by that door today, and I'll tell you, I'll probably go out tonight and do a little video on the road that you cannot see no car or vehicle drive by on the road to make any big dark figure come across that goddamn door I saw the other night. And then the orb flew up in the sky. So, and then this article comes up. I'm telling you, something's out there, something's pulling me in. And I think I'm here to tell you that these sacred lands are being disturbed. A lot of building around here, anywhere. And these things are getting tired of it. And they're out there for that damn reason. You know, the Navajo Indians made a point when they made the skinwalker out there in the West. And I read, and even that guy that I did the video on of the Skinwalker Ranch, and he's finally coming out with all the information on it, he said it too, that they made that creature for the damn people to stay off their land. I didn't even finish watching that whole video. That point of that video, I stopped right there. That's right, I stopped. I don't even know if I want to go watch the rest of that video, because right there proves my point, what I've been saying in all my videos before this guy even came out. I've been saying this. And that being said, and these keep coming up, there you go. Well, got a lot of stuff I got to look into, got a lot of stuff I got to get into. And there's a lot of places I need to get to that are skinwalker related. And I'm telling you right now, man, I'm hoping to find one of these things. And I guarantee I'm going to communicate with this thing. Watch. It's going to show itself to me, and I'm going to catch it. That's what I'm thinking. Because it's already shooting these balls of light around here, and that's the only thing I can think of right now. That if that was what it was, this is what's happening. And putting it all together, the pieces of the puzzle. That's what I can't wait. Can't wait to get to one of these places. Till that next video, be safe, take care, and you better believe. I'm going to make a believer, because I'm catching one of these suckers. I'm on a mission. Out.